Hello everybody. Today I'm going to start building all the pop-ups from the Elements of Pop-Up. This is a book by myself, David Carter, and my co-author, James Diaz. This book's almost 20 years old now, but it still has good information. The pop-up I'm building today is called, the very first one is the 90-degree parallel fold, figures 1 and 2. You can find this, this pattern on my website at popupbooks.com under die lines. We call this a die line because this is the guide that the die makers use to make the metal and wood die to print the pop-ups. So this is the very first one, figures 1 and 2. This is, and as far as I'm concerned, this is the most basic pop-up structure you can make. So if you learn nothing else, I recommend trying this pop-up. First thing I'm going to do is score. The dotted lines are scores or folds. And I use various tools for scoring. This is my favorite. This is a scoring tool. Some people use a bone folder use the tip here. Sometimes people use a paper clip to rub on here, and some paper engineers use a knitting needle as their scoring tool. So here we are. Fold along each one of the dotted lines. Those indicate scores. And in this pop-up, what I have here is the equal parallel fold and unequal, and I'll show you the difference in a minute. This is known as the center line. Every pop-up has a folded page folded on the center line. This is the center line right here. Notice these two folds are equal. That's why it's the equal parallel fold. These are unequal, and so it will make a bit of a different structure. The solid lines are to cut. I use this craft knife, which is a craft knife that is made in Japan. Sometimes I use this, good old-fashioned X-Acto. You can use any craft knife you like, but you need to use a knife for these interior cuts. Okay, now that I have my cuts, what we want to do is fold the base page back and the pop-up forward. See what I'm doing here? Push back and forward, back and forward. This one does the same thing. And slowly work it. Sometimes this feels difficult, but once you understand how this works, you'll see what happens. And there you go, there's the basics. This is the basic parallel fold, and it's in dimension when the card is at 90 degrees. And you'll find something interesting here. If you look from the side, you'll see that these shapes are parallelograms. See how that moves as a parallelogram? And that means this side is equal, and this side is equal, this side is equal, and that side is equal. In the unequal, these two sides are longer than these sides over here. In the equal, the sides are all the same. This is basically a square, which is also a parallelogram. There you go. 90-degree parallel folds, the most basic pop-up. Good luck.